This is WYMT Mountain Sports, your home for the Kentucky Wildcats and local high school sports.
The top-ranked forward in America announcing his college decision this afternoon. Harry Giles verbally committed to Duke University, which is not a surprise to those who have followed his recruitment. Giles is rated as the #2 player in the class of 2016 by Rivals.com. He will miss his entire senior season, though, with a torn ACL in his right knee. John Calipari and his Kentucky Wildcats playing their final exhibition game tonight, currently going on against the Kentucky State Thoroughbreds. Cal says he does not look much at the opponent, but instead looks at how his team plays. And in its last game against Ottawa, it played really well. Cal says if his team continues to play like that, it will not matter who the opponent is.
Last game, what we did was we made a bunch of shots. They were where they were supposed to be, but the shots went in. So you score like we scored. It didn't matter who that was against. Well, another team, well, we didn't like scoring a post. It wasn't like we just threw it in there and like you know you're going to score in a post until they double team and then you kick it out. That's not what we did.
The Harlan Green Dragons opened the playoffs last night with a 60-6 win over Jenkins in what was an emotional night for many. Former Harlan lineman Mark Thompson died last Saturday and was honored during the playoff game Thursday night. Thompson played for the Green Dragons in the late 1970s. His brother Chris is the middle school coach and radio play-by-play announcer for the high school and was presented a number 50 jersey at halftime in memory of his older brother.
I was just emulating what he do, and I watch him, man, he dive after somebody, and me and my buddies be on the sideline playing. And we do the same thing they do because, you know, we looked up to him. I looked up to him. He was one of the guys that was always there, gave me inspiration. And that's one of the things now that, I look back on and helped me mold my life and, just different things as far as football and coaching and stuff.
The next team in our Roundball preview series is the Jackson City Lady Tigers. Last season, the Lady Tigers finished above 500 at 17-12 and played in the 14th region tournament. This season, though, the second under head coach Walter Thompson, the girls are confident they can do even more, and it's all thanks to more familiarity with the coaching staff.
Having a winning season meant a lot, and I'm glad we could do that for our seniors last year. We've adapted to our coaching staff, and we know the style that they want, and they give us 102%, so we want to give it back to them when we're on the court.
But last year it was a big transitioning year. The girls were adapting to the new system. We had to lay a completely new foundation for what they needed to know to be successful. And, now that we finished last season, they know what to expect from us this year. So it's just moving forward with goals, taking away what we done last year, and this year we're wanting to go farther.
We have now meshed together as a team, as a single unit, and we can work more together than we had in previous years because our new coaching staff has really brought us together and showed us the importance of teamwork.
We all want to win. We're all so dedicated and we're all so close, and we just want to win. Confidence that we can do it and we can do anything we can put our minds to.